Stress, anxiety, and feelings of uncertainty are really at an all-time high. So is this the reason why so many Americans are experiencing hair loss? Dermatologist Dr. Michelle Henry is here to discuss. Doctor, thank you so much for joining me. And obviously we know the pandemic has increased stress, and it's been known that stress increases the risk of hair loss. So can you help us separate fact from fiction when it comes to other hair loss myths?
Absolutely. So the facts are, absolutely, COVID-19 is causing hair-raising financial, health, social, and work stress. And in turn, we're seeing an uptick in stress-related issues, so things like acne and hair loss. We also know that hair loss is caused by genetics, so it's something that we can blame our parents for as well. What are the myths? The myths are cutting the hair. So I have a lot of patients coming in thinking that if they cut their hair, it will stimulate hair growth, and that's just inaccurate. When we're cutting hair, we're cutting the end of the hair, and the root of the hair is in the scalp, in the follicle, and that's where we focus when we're talking about hair growth. Another myth is brushing the hair. Excessive brushing will not cause hair growth, but it may damage the hair. Something that a lot of my patients do when they're concerned about losing hair, they may stop their hair care altogether. They stop washing their hair, and that's actually the opposite of what I want you to do. Washing the hair will not cause hair loss. But what will help to promote hair growth is having a consistent regimen. So adopting a consistent regimen with products that really focus on hair density and promoting hair growth.
So we know that healthy hair starts from the inside. So why would you say that it's important to care for both your physical and mental health, especially right now? What are some tips you can share?
Yes, so our body perceives mental stress in the same way that it perceives physical stress. So it tries to conserve itself. And in conserving itself, it may shed hair. And so clinically, we call that telogen effluvium. So really managing your mental stress is really critical. So some things that I recommend is get outside and work up a sweat. You know, when you're out working out, we're really increasing our endorphins, and that's a great way to de-stress. When I'm really focusing on my mental health and my mental stress, I also like to meditate. So medication is really critical to me. And I like to use some of the apps like Calm or Headspace to really help guide my practice. Something else to focus on is your diet. We know that our diet is critical to the overall health of our skin, our hair, and our nails. So think about things like having a well-balanced diet, having nutritious foods, lean proteins. Some foods that I like are salmon, avocado, nuts. They contain those healthy fats, those omega-3s that are critical to having full, healthy, shiny hair. And what do we avoid? Some of those foods we like to indulge in when we're stressed out. So those sugary foods that we like to indulge in can not only compromise our overall health, but can cause acne and compromise the quality of our hair.
Doctor, and of course, taking care of our scalp is critical as well. If people want more information, where can they go get that?
So to learn more about scalp care, you can go to nioxin.com. When we think about the scalp, it's just like the facial skin. So we need to exfoliate it. We need to make sure it doesn't have dirt, oil, and debris. And so what I really recommend is a good exfoliative regimen. And I recommend some products from Nioxin. So one that I love is a purifying exfoliator. It really helps to get rid of that dirt, oil, and debris. The 3-step system really helps to promote any hair that you do get. And you can really learn more about how to evaluate your scalp at that website. If you're having hair loss, I also recommend going to the American Hair Loss Association website. That's going to help you find tools and find providers to diagnose your hair loss. So I always recommend seeing a dermatologist to make sure that your hair loss isn't due to any underlying issues, and that website can help you find the right one.
Very good. Dr. Michelle Henry, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.